All right, hey everyone, that's Ed and Elaine Brown. They've been in prison for 9 years each. His mailing address is right there. He doesn't get out until 2045. Her mailing address is right there. She doesn't get out until 2042. That's effectively a death by prison sentence for both of them. I pray you write them an encouraging letter. This is a business card that we're passing out to everyone that we can. It has their picture, Ed and Elaine Brown, right there. Okay, let's read a letter that he sent me this morning, and then I want to read you my response. He wrote, Rudy, this is him right here. Rudy, have you received the 2 requests to you from me asking you to politely but with earnest contact the White House and ask them what the right way would be for United States Constitution Ranger to contact the President related a recognized coup d'etat that has been discovered within the United States political infrastructure? I am being blocked, Ed. Okay, I wrote back to Ed, and this is what I wrote. Okay. To Ed Brown. Hi, Mr. Brown. Yes, I understand you are being blocked. I read the letter and my interaction with Novatex Government Solutions into my public YouTube channel. It is the only public media that I have available at my disposal, with the exception when I get invited as a guest on some Patriot radio programs. Mr. Brown, I hope you realize that I am doing what I can to get your message out. I certainly do not have a direct line to the President of the United States of America. If I did, I would use that communication channel to promote your letter. My own personal opinion is that President Trump is a reprobate piece of garbage, but I do not let my own personal opinions of the man interfere with my support and advocacy of you and your message. I found the information below regarding contacting the White House. You must understand that I am trying to hold down a full-time job and do the best that I can to support your efforts to get out the message. As I get time, I will try and make a copy of your letter to Mr. Trump and call him and let him know about your message and incarceration and record for YouTube as well. You should know that I constantly advocate for others to write to you directly and share your mailing address and encourage others to take action as well, so you are not limited to just 1 or 2 people with whom you communicate. Faithful to Jesus unto death. Below is the White House info. That is this information right here. It says write or call the White House. I included this information. Phone numbers. Let's just call the White House and see if we can't talk to somebody. And this microphone. I'm gonna point the microphone towards the phone because it's one of those unidirectional microphones.
Quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored, but will not be recorded.
The White House?
Hi, my name is Rudy Davis. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, I've got a friend. He's an innocent man in prison, and his name is Ed Brown, and he's desperately asking me to reach out to you guys. He's a constitutional ranger, and he wanted me to forward some information, and he tried to mail some information to President Trump, but there's a company called Novatex Government Solutions, and they blocked the letter, and they opened it and they sent it back to him, and so he thinks his correspondence is being blocked. And I know this may sound a little odd, but he's saying that he's got incredibly important information regarding a coup d'etat. And he's a constitutional ranger that's been in prison 9 years. His name is Ed Brown. I could give you his prison number, and I could tell you basically what he's saying, and then if you could maybe give me an address, I could write a letter as well.
One moment.
Okay.
You have reached the White House Office of Agency Liaison. If you are requesting assistance with a personal issue, please provide a written description of your concern. Although we appreciate your call, we are unable to respond to your concern by phone.
All right. Okay, they're not, you know, hey, I'm doing the best I can, and, you know, I'm just doing the best I can. You know, Ed Brown's getting kind of touchy and, what's the word, getting kind of anxious about getting this message out. Yeah, let me just pick up the phone and call President Reprobate Donald Trump, who's not doing anything for the Bundys, not doing anything for the Patriots, you know. God bless. All right, ignore my messy desk. This is the envelope that I'm going to use to send a message to Donald Trump. I'm going to send him a YouTube video about the Second Amendment, and also, if you turn it over, It's democide. I'm going to send him a Schaefer Cox card. I'm going to send him a card for all the political prisoners, including Ed and Elaine Brown. This is the letter. Hello, Mr. Trump. I'm forwarding this from my innocent friend who has spent 9 years in prison. Please listen to him. And then this is Ed Brown. This is his Constitutional Rangers. That's his wife. Let me just document the rest of this. This is his badge. It's registered in the Library of Congress. This is the Library of Congress. This is the chart that shows all the evildoers and how they're connected. So I made a video about this, but this is the chart. Ed Brown is he thinks this is incredibly critical information about a coup d'etat that's coming up. This is the information that he included with the chart. This chart is what has been going on for hundreds of years. Commander Edward Lewis Brown. This is a letter to the President. Dear Mr. President, I read this into YouTube previously. And then he says for immediate distribution. So all of this is going to go into this envelope. I called the White House. I'm going to mail the White House. I'm not sure what else I can do. You know, Mr. Brown is... I can understand why he's a little pushy, but it's like, what can you do? I just can't pick up the phone and say, hey, Donald John Trump, you know, we got a lot of patriots in trouble. We got a lot of innocent men in prison. Why don't you do something about it? You know, my personal opinion of Donald Trump, I don't even want to get into that. If you know, just listen to Pastor Manning, and that pretty much reflects the way I think about him too. But I thought I had a bad opinion about Donald Trump long before Pastor Manning did, long before a lot of people did. But anyway, we'll keep doing what we're supposed to be doing, and it'll go on the record. And when the trial's held up in heaven, we'll see. All of this will come out, and we'll see. You know, we'll see. The Lord Jesus Christ is a fair judge. He's just and righteous, and all we can do is be obedient and keep trying. God bless.